Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in energy and see what's going on for the lovely Cancerians out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we got for you. Guys, talk to me. What's up with Cancer? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get right into it here. Let's rock. Let's see what's going on for the Cancerians, please, my guides. And Cancer season has just recently passed. I'm sure you're all well aware of that. But let's see what we got going on. Oh, all right, interesting. I've been seeing her quite a bit this week, more than normal. We have the High Priestess type oracle card, because remember, this isn't a tarot deck, but she gives me High Priestess vibes heavily, which is a power card for the Cancerians, in my opinion. So this has a lot to do with subtle energies, intuition, emotion, but the unexpected, which I've been seeing for you for weeks now. Before we fully get into that, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about her. So we see this elder feminine figure here. She is standing next to a crystal ball. That crystal ball has a key within it. There's a lockbox right next to her. So this sort of implies someone that has the key to some wisdom that's not easily accessible. Now, when I see the High Priestess, I do think of water signs, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So to me, this is a big power card. And I know water signs, because I have a lot of water placements myself, are extremely intuitive and sensitive to energy. Whether you're born with a heightened gift or not, just know a lot of Cancerians could be extra sensitive to energy in this time, whether it's those around you, places you are. Like, this is very much heightened emotionally and energetically, the subtle energies. But she is also a card of mystery. Aside from being connected to ritual, psychics, intuitives, High Priestess energy is all about knowledge, but there's an obscured energy which has been in the Cancer readings for quite a couple of weeks. So we're going to just put her down right here. As I always say, she doesn't make or break the reading, it's just the footnote. We're going to get you into tarot. We'll see what shows up. I mean, it could be a similar reading, it could be totally different things, what we got happening there. Let's shuffle it up one time before we get your cards out. What do we got for Cancer this week, guys? So let's talk about last week's reading while we get these cards ready. It was titled An Unexpected Win, and just like the week before that, there was surprising type of energy as well. So it seems like a lot of things for Cancers could be popping up. Now, it did seem much better last week than it did this week. Regardless of what you're going through, things could turn out for the better for a lot of you, believe it or not. So we're going to see what happens this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. But there has been so much unexpected, surprising energy around the Cancerians. Let's get you three. What do we got this week, my gods? Thank you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving. Could be a card of communication as well. Interesting, earth sign energy. So we'll have to talk about this. Starting at a crawl. Okay, whether you're purposely slowing something down, taking your time. Like some of you might be in that mode. Let's get two more. Really talk about this. What do we got for Cancer, please? Thank you. Hanged Man, yeah. Oh, this is taking quite a while. Could be stopping something, putting something to a halt even with this slow energy. We have the Hanged Man in position number 2. So yeah, these cards are almost immovable type of energy. Let's get you one more. Really want to clarify already before, yeah, Four of Swords, okay. A card of rest, a card of relaxation. So yeah, Cancer, I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of clarification on the bottom, because I don't normally see readings that are this, I don't want to say stagnant, but solid. This is rock solid energy right here on the top. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff. Then you'll see kind of the theme I'm looking at here. But first look, first glance, we have the very slow mover in the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man that's not moving. We have the Four of Swords that's not moving. Something could be coming to a complete stop or a complete halt. Maybe you're slowing something down or stopping it. We'll just have to see as we go through the reading. Hopefully you're not getting frustrated with something as well, because that could possibly be it. But in position number 1, Knight of Pentacles. Lots of energies this card could represent. So generally when I see knights, they represent progress and forward movement to me. Once again, this one is as slow as molasses. So it's kind of like a tortoise moving when we have this type of energy. Now, for some of you, it might just be an earth sign you're connected to. If that's the case, we might get more insight into what energies around them. But the Knight of Pentacles is very detail-oriented, extremely meticulous, taking his time. Okay, so maybe you're taking your time with something, slowing it down, like I've been saying. Or this could even be to the point of frustration, where something's not changing or something's not going as good as you'd like it to go. We'll just have to see as we go further. I do also say with the Knights, they could also be messengers similar to the Pages, especially the Knight of Pentacles. Out of all the Knights, I feel like this one, him and the Knight of Cups, they're all about delivering messages, communications, and talks. In position number 2, we have the Hanged Man. Interesting energy. Okay, so this could represent a Scorpio you're connected to. I've heard other readers link this to Virgo as well. So Scorpio, Virgo energy showing up here in the front. And to me, this is a card that's usually a watcher. So there might be something you have your eyes on. Maybe someone has their eye on you. This is pulled back, not moving, but analytical. So maybe there's something you're just really studying, or like looking at the details, or just waiting and watching. But another thing with the Hanged Man, it could be a card of self-sacrifice. I generally get this card a lot when somebody puts the needs of others above their own. So you might be that type of individual where like those around you are just putting their needs first before you even take care of yourself. And we see that link here with the Four of Swords next to it, because a lot of you might need to really watch out for yourself in some sort of way, not in an ominous way, but it's okay to take care of your own well-being sometimes, okay? Or ahead of others, not just sometimes. I think you get what I'm saying. But the Hanged Man is a card of self-sacrifice, taking one for the team or putting others' interest above your own. But yeah, it could be a watcher as well, like watching, analyzing, strategizing. On the back end, we have the Four of Swords. As you see, this is a person. It looks like they're laying down, they're sleeping here, they're having a little rest. When I get this card, it often connects to the sleep state. So you might be having very interesting dreams in this time. You might need a break. You might need a rest. Okay. And I have been seeing that here. Like there's a pulled back, retracted stop type of energy. So I don't know if you're putting things to a stop or a halt or an end. But when I see this card, to me, it could be, if not connections to sleep, altered states like meditation, like deep state meditations. Spirit might be wanting you to really engage in things like that, connect with your inner voice. But I also link this card to the paranormal. So just be aware, especially with the High Priestess energy in the very beginning, you might be more susceptible to paranormal experience in this time of various different kinds. But some of you might just need a break or a rest, right? Like you see how cards could go. Now, as you see, they're all very solid, but this could also be a frustrating energy. So I want to dive deeper in all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, shuffle it up one time here for you, Cancer. Let's see what's going on, my guides. What do we got for the Cancerians, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, so let's go in on that Knight of Pentacles. Why is that Knight of Pentacles here, please? Thank you. Okay, yeah. This is somebody purposely trying to slow something down. For some of you, like something might seem off or something might not seem right. There could be something that you really identified as a problem, a big problem or a big issue, okay? And I'm not saying that this is a person that's overreacting here, but you might be taking the time to really try to identify or get the details about why something's happening. For a lot of Cancerians, that's it. If that's not you, it's someone around you that feels like something could be a little problematic. Or I'm getting like fact-finding energy as well. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, this could be monetary as well. So some of you, maybe it is just something related to the bank account or how you earn and what you earn money with. But when I see the Two of Pentacles, generally a card of harmony. Generally a card that's easy flowing, easy going. In reverse, problem. straight up. So with all this stopped type of energy, slowing things down, I do feel for a lot of you, you might be identifying big issues, big problems in this time. Okay, and you might be waiting a moment to figure out how to proceed. Okay, if that's not you, this could be someone you're linked to. They're trying to figure out how to proceed. Okay, like this isn't sporadic, fly off the handle type of energy. We're going to keep moving. I feel like that's the main thing here. I just feel like somebody has identified something as a problem or a situation. So let's go in on that Hanged Man. If you haven't, that might pop up this week. So why is this Hanged Man here for my Cancerians? Thank you. Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Okay, and I don't really see you overreacting to anything in this time. You might be a lot like cooler than normal, like cool as a cucumber, taking it as it goes. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Once again, I just want to point out both of these cards are linked to the paranormal to me. I just got to keep throwing it out there, especially with the High Priestess in the beginning, Cancer. Just know you might be seeing things or hearing things more than you normally do. We're extra tapped in and sensitive to these energies. I'm feeling that in a big way for a lot of you. But the Nine of Swords in reverse generally is a card of someone's anxiety and stress is leaving them. Okay, so maybe it is connected with a problem. Now that you've identified it, like, all right, I feel a little better about it, and it's not stressing me out as much as it should. So some of you might just be in that mode, like, all right, well, I thought that was going to be worse, but it's not as bad as I thought. There's still an issue. There's still a problem being analyzed. There's so much analysis here. Okay, so it might be multiple people that recognize it, trying to figure it out, trying to work through it. But when I see the Nine of Swords in reverse underneath, I don't see anybody freaking out about it. I don't see anybody like losing sleep about it. It's like, okay, this is where we're at. Now what are we going to do? Or how do we proceed? That's the vibe I'm picking up. Only take it if it hits, my friends. Let's keep moving. I'm not going to get all hung up here. For a portion of you, if there has been somebody that's kind of fallen off the map recently or has taken a step back out of your life in some sort of way, they're trying to collect themselves. I'll just put it out there as well, just for those of you that applies to. But let's go in on that Four of Swords. This could, yeah, because this could be someone just collecting himself, taking a breath, taking a moment. So why is that Four of Swords here? Why is that Four of Swords here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, this is somebody who is going to act soon. We have the Ace of Wands in the upright underneath this Four of Swords, surrounded by the air with the Four of Swords, the Nine of Swords. The Ace of Wands is usually a very good card of opportunity, passion, desire, burn. It is one of my bigger action cards, especially in the aces. Like we have the Ace of Pentacles, Cups. This one, the Ace of Wands, is more action-oriented to me. Now, aside from the opportunities and stuff like that, maybe this is someone who's waiting on the perfect time to make a move, waiting on the perfect time to say something, waiting on the perfect time to do something. Could it be linked into all this stuff we were talking about earlier? Absolutely. So this could be fact-finding, figuring it out before making a move and acting on it, sure. But when I see this underneath a still card like the Four of Swords, yeah, maybe some of you are really going to take something seriously, okay, regarding your well-being, your health. Okay, like, all right, I'm going to take this seriously now. But the big vibe I'm picking up here is like this energy is, you're going to come out of it, or someone's going to come out of it. Okay, if it's been still, if it hasn't been moving, if it's been slow, this Ace of Wands is a burst forward of action and making moves. Okay, so whatever's going on here, whatever's going on around you, if things seem quiet, if things seem stuck up or gummed up, I'm getting someone making a big move right here on the back end, okay? But they could just be waiting on the very right opportunity or the perfect opportunity. Let's go through and do a quick recap here. I know there's a lot of different messages. Only take what applies to you. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. To me, this did feel intuitively like somebody identifying a problem, and they're trying to get down to the root of it. Could be problems, issues, situations, but it is someone who's like, all right, this is where we're at. How are we going to proceed now? Moving to the center, I'm getting a very level-headed, cool as a cucumber type of energy. So you could be rolling with punches in this time, taking it as it comes, and just going with the flow. Lots of connection to subtle energy in the paranormal. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, there could also be someone, if they've dropped off the map in your life, they could be just collecting themselves in some sort of way. On the back end, the Four of Swords with the Ace of Wands in the upright, someone who's waiting on that perfect opportunity to make a move. This is someone who's going to take some sort of action, whether it is to fix these things or change things in some sort of way. Like, this isn't going to be a still energy, a slow, gummed up energy forever with that Ace of Wands. Like, this is someone who is going to act. It's too fiery. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, Cancer. Interesting reading. Okay, I don't know if that's all your energy or somebody else's, but there's a lot of contemplation as well with all that stuff we got going on. Let's get you one shadow card. What's in the shadows for Cancer, please? And I always like to pull one shadow card at the end of every reading. I feel like it's a nice thing to do. Just look within, whether it's within yourself, whether it's something around you. And we have the Queen of Wands showing up in the shadows. So for a portion of you, this could represent a fire sign that you have a connection with. So Aries, Leo, Sag. Now, the Queen of Wands, aside from all that, whenever I see a queen, they represent the realm of your inner self. Whereas kings are about control, outer expression. The queen is the inner, and she is a big card of self-confidence. Okay, she's beauty and confident and stuff like that. So for a portion of you, maybe like recently you've taken some sort of ding to your self-confidence or your self-perception. When this card shows up, I always like to say, be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself, be nice to yourself. Okay, whether it is just taking care of your own well-being or just looking at yourself in a favorable way. When this Queen of Wands shows up, some of you might just need to hear, like, you could do it, you got it. You could get through it, whatever it might be. Like, this could be spirit saying, like, just know deep down on the inside, be confident in yourself, be confident in your skills, okay? And be kind to yourself. That's a huge thing here, okay? Because if you're not kind to yourself, who's going to be, right? So yeah, Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.